Hey, it's Tate from Nanjing Marketing Group. I have a question from a fan here about English language learning. What he says is, my name's Aaron. I myself have an online language learning company, dialect.com, and I was hoping to get your thoughts on a couple questions. One, what are the biggest difficulties that Chinese English learners face? And two, what's their main motivation for learning English, i.e. to be competitive or get a better job or become fluent, etc. Here's my answer. The biggest challenge that Chinese English language learners face is growing up in an environment where they don't get the opportunity to speak English often. At least that's what it seems to be to me based on my experience living in China for 8 to 10 years. I also taught English in an English language training center before, and now I run a marketing agency where we help schools attract students. You see, people in mainland China want to learn English for several reasons, but I guess the most common is to help their career. Then there's some that also plan to move abroad, or they're interested in exploring the world for fun. Or finally, there's some people that just want to make more foreign friends in China, maybe get a foreign girlfriend or boyfriend, or enjoy the challenge of learning a new language. What students told me again and again is that they learned how to read in school. They've learned spelling, they've learned grammar from an academic point of view. And when I say students, I mean the ones that we had in the training center a long time ago, and also just friends or contacts that I had that I met in China, or also our new employees at Nanjing Marketing Group that want to improve their English. But the problem for a lot of them is that they haven't had much of a chance to speak to actual foreigners. I've met Chinese people from small towns or cities that have never once even talked to a foreigner at all. And then in big cities like Nanjing, with about 8 million people, foreigners are still relatively rare. I mean, compared to big cities in Canada or USA, for example. The key is for them to have conversations with native English speakers. That's what the learners need. When I taught English in a training center, I spoke naturally, but I would lower the complexity of my speech to a point just a bit above their level. I'd lower the speed a bit too. And then I might repeat myself sometimes. And this helped them catch up and be able to actually be able to apply their knowledge of English to real conversations and get better at it over time. Another problem in Chinese English learners, though, is that they have a poor writing ability. They sometimes have they have strong reading, but they don't quite know how to put together a long form piece like an email or a blog post. At Nanjing Marketing Group, one of my unofficial jobs is to help new account managers learn how to write better. But the problem that I rarely run into with Chinese learners is their reading comprehension. The Chinese school system has prepared them well for this part. They can comprehend relatively complex written English. So since a lot of people follow me for marketing advice, I can predict you'd have a question, which would be something like, if so many Chinese people can read and understand English, why should we write Chinese content for our marketing? And the answer is that first, a lot of people just let their English level basically fade away over time. So it's not very strong. And second is that the words that you put on a page, say a landing page or an ad or elsewhere, matter a lot. And if you can make it easier for the person to read through, to get through that content, then you're going to have a higher conversion rate. You're going to have more people doing what you want, clicking through to contact you or make a purchase or whatever it is. Chinese always converts better for that. Well, also I'll ask you, what do you think? Are you an English language learner? What problems did you have? Or have you ever taught English to Chinese people? What problems did you think that they had? This is just all based on my personal experience here. Thanks. See you later.